running in the dark like the Blair Witch. I'm true to this shit and I can't switch. Leave him shaking like he trying to get that paint mix. I'm going hard in the paint, bitch. Say he a god, but he ain't shit. He just impersonating. Full of that dope, you hurting nature. Puffing the smoke, he ain't a gangster. Now it's time to expose you. Time to show you how a real soldier roll through. Death coming when it comes, let it hold you. Praise by the men, it's how they mold you. Heart thumping like Pro Tools. I ain't nothing but the truth, boy, I told you. Style cold, it'll kill you. Cold blue, fresh like Chucky in the truth. What's the dope food, nigga? Run and get the team, take his lane like the old bitch from Soul Food. I'm just trying to run my pennies up. Don't fuck with the cement talk. Claim it tough, but that ain't enough. Listen, to be quite clear, bitch, I'm smooth like a light bill. These niggas dead, I breathe light still. I'm going up like a light bill. Cause I'm just trying to get a buzz like my last name.
Light year.
Send a message to the masses, I'm fortified. I'm about to trade in my 9 for a 45. I'm killing this shit, gotta mortify. You be carried up, got the other side demoralized. Them niggas nice, but I'm way more superior. He ain't one weapon, he don't fit the criteria. Don't take my kindness for weakness. I'm a beast on the interior. These niggas can't be serious. Brave heart go against the heart. Don't go against the squad, you'll get picked apart. Oh, she say you know God, bitch, don't even start. Play with your hunter, I'm be at you niggas dope like a swinging star. It's wartime, ain't no need to play. This slow ass nigga, you was never with us anyway. They say I'm going down for the things I say, so I went and got the Glock like you gon' roll with. It ain't gonna stop, nigga. I'm telling you, boy, it ain't gonna stop. These niggas weak must be raised from a poor strain. No type of pleasure bring more pain. Fuck that soft shit, bring more flame. Straight soldier out the gate. I don't move unless it's more day. No done bullshit, it's time to take them down. If he ain't taking ground, then I come around. Soldiers in the back marching, that's how done it sound. Up in the poop, I'm just trying to run the underground. They fuck that game, they ain't saying nothing. They say 144, how you keep it coming? I told them fear of the Lord, keep my feet from running. I kick shit like FIFA young and aim high like an eagle hunting. 144.
No, it's not that. I don't think that's not that page. Because I remember reading that.
Check around page 8. Yeah, check around page 8.
Yeah. Alright, check 1, 2, hear me. 144 back again. Run it back.
I remember that part, but I don't think it's that far. Let me look. I got you.
It's time to lead the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit. And I ain't impressed with it. Because you kick that bullshit to the left of me. And if you can't deny this excellence, I use this mic like weaponry. And I've been seeking more clarity. Right now I'm ready as I've ever been. Rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur, laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I gotta worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They flip, they fall. Gotta be bold so end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how the bitches can push and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, they feel a tissue. Them others weak, my brothers been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. I said, I don't want to see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. And I don't want to see no more.
But 80 talking about something totally different. 80, 81. I know the scripture is put a difference between
I gotta get to the pages. No. Sorry, I found it later.
you don't need me to read that, do you?
Maybe I can. Hey, Shalom. Hey, Shalom, Israel. What's going on, my people? Shalom, Shalom. Hey, look, General Q couldn't make it in today, so we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep on rocking. You know what I'm saying? We gonna rock this history class out like we always do. He couldn't make it today, so he asked me to stand in his stead. So of course, I'm always do what the general say need to be done. So we gonna go ahead and rock it on out. Let me get let's go ahead with Deuteronomy 7:3. You understand? Because I've been reading some articles lately about Catherine Pugh and about a lot of these black leaders, man. And what I found with us is that the narrative is always we gotta get in the inside. And we can get into the inside and we can change things from the inside. We can make life better for us. We can change around the laws. We can make some things, some prosperity happen for us. This is what I found that we fundamentally do not understand. And when you go into this white society, whether it be the government, whether it be the police department, it would not make a damn if you was president, if you was vice president, if you was the labor president. It doesn't matter what part you may play in this government. The United States of America was set up for white people to be prosperous. Salaki. It just is what it is, man. The United States of America, if you go back to the inception, it was written so that white folks could be prosperous, so that white people could have an opportunity to be prosperous. Because in the old world, not everybody could be prosperous. It depends on how you were born. If you were born into a serfdom, if you was born into a royal lineage or family, you might be able to obtain wealth or keep wealth, have that wealth given to you or pushed down to you. But if you was a serf, man, you was the bottom of the barrel. It wasn't really much of a chance or an opportunity of you moving up unless you vowed yourself or hooked on to one of the royals, and then they was able to take care of you. But the inception of this country was that all men were created equal. Now, what does that mean? This is not talking about all men of all other nations. This is talking about Anglo-Saxons. This is talking about Europeans being equal in their eyes, because all of them wasn't equal. You know, you had the Englishmen, the Anglo-Saxon who was at the top, then you had the Irish, and then the Scottish who were at the bottom. And this was a place where everybody had an opportunity to rob and rape the other nations. Every white person had the opportunity to equally rob and rape Native Indians, Hispanics who were already here, and of course, the Judites who they brought over from West Africa, the slave coast. Everybody had an equal opportunity to exploit all of these other nations. That's when it says all men are created equal. They're talking about them. That's what they're talking about, man. Look. The same way the Bible says that salvation is for Israel, it's talking about Israel. But you have a nation and a culture and a society, when you make the laws and you make the rules and you make the inception of your country, you're talking about the people that make up your country. You ain't talking about everybody else. All right. All men created equal don't apply to people in China and India. Ain't got nothing to do with them. Just like it ain't got nothing to do with us, black folks. But we swear it do. We want to make it apply to us. But, you know, black people, it does not apply to us. All right. It doesn't. Now, let's look at things holistically, not from a emotional point of view, but from an intellectual point of view. We got to deal with practical knowledge, the absence of emotion, man. It is what it is. It was not meant for us to prosper here. So whenever you get into the government of this oppressor, you have to think about it now. The police department, the inception of the police department. All right, it was put into play on the plantations, where the sworn officers were sworn to keep enslaved blacks in subjugation, to disrupt the movement, to disrupt them so they couldn't come together and plan anything. They were experts at crushing rebellions, slave rebellions. And that's all that they looked for all the time. Why? Because their economy depended upon it. All right. And we got to look at the inception of the police department. All right. It was created to disrupt the movement of black people, to oppress, to brutalize, and murder, if need be, black people, to root you out, to find the rebel, the discontented. If you were discontented with being enslaved and brutalized, that was a problem to the United States, to the Commonwealth of America. That was a problem. This is why the police department was born. Now, what does that have to do with 2019, though? What that got to do? That was a long time ago. That was back then. All right. I'm fitting to tell you. I'm fitting to tell you what it's about. Because right now in New York, all the way to Chicago, you had quota systems. And that's coming out in New York right now. They have a lawsuit going on with the whole new NYPD for creating quotas in the subway systems where they told the police you were not supposed to go for the soft targets, who were Asians and whites. They were called soft targets. You wanted to look for young black men with tattoos. These were the people you wanted to make up an excuse to search, make up an excuse to look for a warrant for. Locking them up is better than giving them a ticket. Giving them a ticket is better than nothing. If you went after so-called soft targets, you were disciplined. If you didn't get enough blacks and Hispanics, you were disciplined. Well, those black officers, they got a little bit tired of hunting down their own people, going out every day to hunt their own kind. You know, some of us don't feel that, but there are some black people out there that understand that, hold up, this ain't right. I'm hunting my own sons. I'm hunting my own daughters because these people are telling me to hunt them. I'm making life absolutely unbearable for them. They ain't do nothing, but I'm going to make up a reason to search them, to give them a ticket, to lock them up, to provoke them to anger so I can brutalize them. This goes on in police departments all over America. Here we represent 13% of the population, but are 70% of the people locked up. And locked up for minor offenses that we get so much time for is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, man. And they give us the time because that's their way of putting us back into chattel slavery. Now remember, they worded the Fourth Amendment just right. They worded it just right. You will be released from chattel slavery unless you were duly convicted of a crime by process. If you are a black man, when you walk into a courtroom, you are guilty. All you have to do is be black and young. You're guilty. Black and young with a tattoo. And that describes everybody's sons in here. Most of our damn daughters. And this is what we should be doing. Instead of trying to go into their culture, their civilization, dealing with their government, the Lord had the answer for us. He left it for us in our scriptures. He knew that one day we would wake up and understand that we were the ones that wrote these scriptures. Because of the way the Bible is written down and formulated, only a black man with swag and artistry could understand how to write that and read that. It's such an amazing book, man. And it's based upon slang and parables. There's no other people on earth that deal with slang and parables the way black people do. Whether you're educated or uneducated, it's just a simple way of thinking. We don't think like everybody else. That's the way it is. White people destroy us by the way we think. They figured that out. That's why they have a test for everything. For every job you have to get, there's a certification and there's a test that come along with that certification that is basic reading comprehension. And that reading comprehension uses words that white people use every day. Carl Brigham designed this test. He's a psychologist and a eugenicist. He designed this test to keep black people out. This is why the SAT was created. This is why every certification in the United States was created. No matter what you got, if you go into computers, there's a test that involves reading comprehension. If you go into agriculture, even though you're not dealing with reading and comprehension, there's a test, a reading comprehension test that use words that white folks use every day, and they're thinking, and it's timed. So if you go back again to try to understand what it's saying, your time is running out and you don't finish the test. They designed it so that they have favor in everything. Well, that's the same way we designed the Bible. It's based upon the thinking of black men so that nobody else is going to understand the actual doctrine unless it's a person that actually does what the hell the Bible says to do. Follow the word of God. Only then can he be enough in the spirit to understand the true doctrine of Christ. And let me tell you what the true doctrine of Christ says about these other nations and what we should do. What should we do in this oppression and this slavery right now? Well, you came to the right place. We got the answer, man. Give me Deuteronomy 7:3.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
All right. A marriage is a contract. That's basically what a marriage is. It's a contract between two people, a covenant. All right. The Lord is saying, don't make marriages with them. Don't make contracts with them. Don't get in intimate relationships with them. Because what happens is, especially when they have all the power, they have the military, they make the laws, they enforce the laws, they make the laws so obscure that the way they administer the law to black people is completely different than the way they administer the laws to themselves. And the reason why it's completely legal in their eyes, because remember, they hold all the power. You know why it's completely legal? Because they made the wording of the law. So they can in turn interpret the law based upon the way they think. We go into a courtroom and be completely discombobulated because we don't understand what the hell is going on. Well, that's the same way they are with our law. That's the same way they are with our law. They don't understand it. They don't get it. It's complicated because they're not on our level. Well, in an unrighteous society where they create and administer all the laws, you better goddamn bet it and believe it, Negro. You're going to get the back end of the stick, brother. And that's exactly what happened. That's exactly why we get locked up and get so much time for minor offenses. Don't you know you got million dollar drug companies vying for the new marijuana market right now? But you got brothers sitting in prison for selling an ounce or two that's doing decades in prison. While these $1 million companies who are setting up these weed companies and selling and making so much money, brother, is just doing what you doing, but they just scaled it up 100 times, doing the same thing, but they get wealthy and you get prison. That's how the law is written in the United States to work for the wicked who rules the earth, your oppressor. With that understanding, let's read the Bible. Go ahead, brother.
Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son.
Don't give your daughter to their sons, man. You destroy her genetics, man. You'll turn her to a whole nother race. Ban your daughters from dealing with anybody of any other race. And if she does do it, disown her. Because I'm going to tell you why. These people are not your family. Her children are not your family. Don't allow them in your home. Because that seed is from that father. That's a heathen. That child will come in your home and he'll destroy it. Look, we just dealing with the truth. We ain't dealing with emotion, man. We just dealing with the damn truth. We sitting here destroyed beneath every other race. We live in communities that every other race has control of. Every other race is taking our funds, using our funds to further destroy us. Sliding dope in our communities. Any questions, let me know.
Come.
Don't give your daughters to their sons. It destroys your lineage. Your beautiful genetics that's so strong, disease resistant. We can't even get lice because of the melanin and the fortitude that's in our bodies, man. The oppressor gets bugs that lay eggs in his head. It's disgusting, man. But you gonna let your daughter deal with that? All you doing is blessing them with melanin. You blessing them with everything you got, yet they give you nothing in return. Nothing. Nothing but inferior genes and destruction. Go ahead, brother.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
If your son bring that thing home, that thing, that vomit, that disgusting putrefaction, that thing, you know what I'm talking about, that thing, put him out and her out. Don't allow him to disrespect your home in such a grievous way, man. Don't allow him to bring death into your home. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's in the scriptures. Not because I say it, but because God says it. God says it. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't worry about what I say. What I say is irrelevant. We worrying about what God says. Let's see what God says, brother. Brother.
Verse 4. For they will turn away thy sons from following me.
They turn away your son, man. They destroy your son. Are we still online?
Come.
You checking both of them?
Come. I'm back and forth. I had to fix the Facebook. The Facebook went off. I put it back up.
I don't see it up.
Say live right here. You got 6 people watching.
The Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook. 7 people.
Okay, no sweat. No sweat. Something must be going with my phone.
It went down, and then I brought it back up.
You just brought up another one.
Brought up another one because it.
Okay.
And everybody jumped from the old one, jumped on this one.
Okay, no sweat. That's what's up. Anybody got a question, just type it in the chat. Let the brother know, and we gonna get it on, all right? All right. Don't allow your son to bring that thing into your home that you struggled so hard to pay for, all right? To destroy your family. Don't let him bring that thing, that spoiled thing with that hair and that smell. Don't let it into your home, brother, because it destroys your family. It is not a good thing. It's not a good, for us to commune with them is not a good thing. We can do business together, you know, if there's a way for both of us to benefit from it. If they're just benefiting, what's the damn point? What's the damn point? And that's exactly what's happening. You got black councilmen and black mayors that's making deals for the oppressor to benefit off of our labor, our blood, and not caring because they're getting a little bit of money in the bank. But what they're not seeing and understanding is that you're condemning your own children to a life of second-class citizenship and a life of oppression. They can't look far enough into the future to see and understand that when you're creating these laws, you're a mayor. You're the mayor of Baltimore City, Catherine Pugh. Let's just take her for instance. She goes in, she creates these healthy Holly books. She's soliciting and selling them to every white vendor in the city just so she can get thousands of dollars. All right? If you buy these healthy Holly books, what I'll do, I'll create licenses and certifications and give you contracts in favor of your company. And what happens? She gets her little couple of dollars. She makes laws. And let's just take one. Matter of fact, let's just take one contract. Say a medical contract, medical insurance for all of the workers in Baltimore City, who of course, most of them are black, that work at the waterworks, that empty trash, you know what I'm saying, sweep your streets, you know, come through and take care of everything and you fill your potholes and all of that type of thing.
Tickets.
Yeah, all of that. What happens is their medical insurance, you allow somebody who's not giving you the best deal. You don't care about the best deal for these poor employees who they can't even really afford this health care. Because now it's like $200 a paycheck. How can you afford $200 out of your paycheck, man? And just say you a young man. You don't want that insurance. $200 out my paycheck? I ain't sick. The hell with that. But they saying, no, you gotta do it. You got to do it. So you got this filthy company that wants to charge the employees a $200 deductible and not give them the best in health care. You got another company over here that wants to charge $130 a paycheck. It get better deals, better health care, better spending purses, and all of that type of stuff. But you want that $100,000 that this company is going to charge your people 200 and something out of their paycheck. You rather do that. Because this other company who's going to charge less, they won't play ball. Or you don't trust them, so now you got to go with the one that's charging your own people $200 and some dollars. So they got to give up paying their water bill. You know, it's people that work for waterworks that can't pay their goddamn water bill. Catherine Pugh. Disgusting, man. Absolutely disgusting. Go ahead, brother.
That they may serve other gods.
May serve other gods, man. And that's what's happening. Our people are not coming back. Look, the truth is out there. It's out there. It's permeating through. A lot of people get mixed up in fake Israelite groups because they hear it and they know it's the truth. But these other Israelite groups are so soft and gay, it's familiar like Christianity. So they go into it. But when you come in the Isupkbmore, there's structure. There's things you can do, things you can't do. There's structure here. You can't do this. It's not familiar. The information that's coming out is not comfortable. It's not familiar to you. It's not Christianity. It's not gay. It's not soft. It's not inviting and beautiful and trick or treat and candy and Christmas night and stockings on the goddamn chimney. It's not that, brother. It's work. It's sweat. It's pain. It's I can't be a bastard and weak. I gotta stand for something. I gotta keep my word. You know, your word that you give, it speaks to the man. Tells me everything about you. You say something and do the exact opposite the next day, that tells me everything. In the UPK, you gotta keep your goddamn word. And your reputation mean everything. Is he solid? Is he gonna show up? That's what the captains asked me. Come on, is he solid? Is he gonna show up? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Structure, man. Things that everybody can't handle. We've been taught to react on emotion all our lives because that's how our oppressor society is, a reaction. Now, in here, we think. We move in specific ways, how the Bible tells us to move. And we be totally unemotional about everything. I try to be a goddamn automaton in here, man. Not to jump to conclusions. To be real practical. That's why when this Bible say, don't let your sons deal with their daughters, I push it in his head. Don't bring that home to me, boy. Don't bring that here. I don't know where you gonna bring it. It ain't gonna be here. Separation is serious. Integration got us brutalized, mass incarcerated, on dope, utterly destroyed, pissed on. Look, everybody in here ain't R. Kelly, bruh. You understand? We don't like being pissed on. That old saying, you pissing on me and telling me it's raining. It ain't raining. You got quotas in your police department. You're locking my people up. You're brutalizing, you're murdering my people. You're putting dope in our communities. And that's the way it is. And our own leaders are allowing and helping you do it. Complacent with it. That's the reality we living in. Catherine Pugh, all the councilmen, all the people that work in this government are complacent with your destruction, with our destruction. So what are we going to do? What's the solution? Read on, brother.
So will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
Look, for the heinous sin of adultery, for the heinous sin of following other gods, for the heinous, disgusting sin of dealing with other people, the anger of the Lord is kindled against you. What does kindled mean? Heated. It's heated, brother. It's getting hotter. It's going, brother. It's flowing. It's about to blow. You're talking about a nuclear reaction about to happen, bruh. The anger of the Lord is kindled against you, not with you. My Lord know my heart. Go with that. Ain't that what the Christians say?
Mm-hmm.
My God know my heart. Go with it. Roll with it. Roll with it. I know what the Bible say.
Not my Jesus.
Raise your hand. I know what the Bible say. I don't know what that disgusting preacher say. I'm not going after what he say. I'm gonna go and deal with what this Bible say. Practical knowledge. Now, either your preacher is right or this Bible is right, but they can't both be. If the Lord knows your heart and forgives you for everything, then he can't be kindled against you and will destroy you suddenly. My position is this: if the Lord anger ain't kindled and don't destroy us suddenly, why do so many homosexuals in Atlanta get full-blown out AIDS? Why is there so many different strains of HIV in Atlanta? Why are we mass incarcerated at such a rate? Why do we get higher transmission rates of not only HIV, sexually transmitted diseases, hepatitis, syphilis, all of it? Heart diseases from eating the same thing that our oppressor eats. But we die. You saying the anger of the Lord is not kindled? Hey, Shalaki, let me get You don't need it. You don't need it. I'll put it in the trash. What's that? Is that your phone? That ain't my phone. Oh, yeah. That's very true.
No, my volume's down. Oh.
That's real. That's my phone. Great. That sounds like something ringing. All right, that's what's up. Shalaki, fam. Shalaki on that. We're going to check something real quick. Tell you something, man. Look, so I watch little things here and there. Let me tell you something about South Africa. Something I found very interesting, man. And of course, the South Africans are just as profane as any other nation, man. But something I found interesting about them, man. And it's about how they deal with their coons, their traitors. Winnie Mandela, let me tell you what she did, man. You know, after that sellout, Nelson Mandela went on and made his deal with, with white folks. Winnie never made no deal. She ain't never make no deal, man. She was out in the bushwhacking them peoples, man. She was out there bushwhacking them, man. Like Bushwick Bill, man. I'll tell you what she did, man. With the traitors amongst her nation, man. She would take a tire, regular car tire, put gasoline in the middle of it, right? Put it around the neck of the coon of the traitor and light it up, bro. And I thought that was barbaric at the time that I heard it. But I didn't understand that these coons, these traitors, destroy your nation. Winnie Mandela understood that. She would not suffer these coons to live after they had a part in the killing and murder of their babies, man. She wouldn't suffer them to live. Winnie said, we gonna come through with our necklaces. Meaning, you know what? Use a traitor, use a coon, you get a necklace. You get a tire, put around your neck full of gasoline and lit up. Think of how excruciating that must be for the tar to stick to your skin and just burn you from the top half, meaning your heart beating, you ain't dying. Man, that's horrible. And a lot of them survived. They survived. I wish I had the screen up. I would show you what they look like. But this would be your Kanye Wests, your Jay-Z's, you understand? Your Shaqs, your Catherine Pughs, your Barack. Barack wasn't even one of us. God damn, he wasn't even a Negro. Y'all still talking about this clown. You understand me? Your Martin Luther Kings, all of them would have had a necklace. When the Lord talk about a vesta of blood, might be something worse than a necklace. He gonna deal with Coonville. Better believe it. You weak enough to allow your own people to be decimated, to allow your own children to do decades in prison, man. Every black child is your child, regardless of if you gave birth to them or not. That's your child. And you as a black leader, you're supposed to look out for that child, but you don't. You look out for the oppressor's children. You make sure that the oppressor's neighborhood is safe. And that's the whole point. To lock us in to a drug-infested, dangerous neighborhood, while the oppressor and all of his allies are able to live in relative safety. Give me a time check, brother. Oh, it's almost 8 o'clock. I had to cut it a little short tonight. Did we finish that? Kindled against you, destroy you suddenly. Give me
You want to take number 5? Salakia, sir.
Say again.
Salakia, did you look at number 5?
Okay, go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them.
Go ahead.
Ye shall destroy their altars.
Look, this is how the Lord is telling us to deal with them. This is how we supposed to deal with the oppressor and all of his allies. Read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them.
This is what you're supposed to do. Go ahead.
Ye shall destroy their altars.
We're dealing with practical knowledge. Where are their altars? Where is the altar of the oppressor in 2019? Where's the altar?
Would that be the Christian church?
That would be the Christian church. That would be the Christian church. That is their altar. And other religions, that is their altar. The main one being the Christian church. Now, where is that altar stronghold? Where's the stronghold of that altar? We're thinking practical knowledge. Where is the Christian church strongest in the black community? Where is it strongest?
Salak, yes, sir. Would that be with the black woman? She the one.
You right. You right. But I'm thinking about something a little different. Where's the stronghold of the Christian church? Now you right. You right. You right. But go a little deeper. Go a little deeper. Why does the Christian church continue to permeate in black communities? It's taught to us, right? And we don't even question it, right? We just grow up and we continue to do the same thing that our parents did, right? So where's that stronghold?
Black preacher.
For time's sake, right here in our minds. We want to destroy that altar and get that altar out of our minds with the truth.
Come.
How do you get the truth? You get baptized. You don't get dunked in no damn water, man. You get baptized with fire. That's what the Bible said. He that comes after me, this is John the Baptist. He that comes after me will baptize you with fire. Now, I want to see all y'all Christians jump in the furnace. Because you take every goddamn thing literal. No, he's talking about the words that come out of his mouth. He's going to make you alive with the truth. Put sinews on your bone and flesh on your bones, brother. Give you the breath of life. And give you the truth. And baptize you with fire. That stronghold is right there in your goddamn mind, black man. In your mind. You got to release all of the folly. We got to get rid of the folly, man. Why would your slave master tell you the truth about anything? Your slave master wants to continue to profit off of your blood and your bone. There is nothing that they told us that was true. Santa Claus, Christ being white, birthday on the 25th, all of that is a lie. The Christmas season, all of it is a lie. You can't trust nothing that they say. That being the case, and the Bible telling you to split from this society. It says to crush their altars, their strongholds. They strongest right there in our minds. And we'll be at camp telling black people that Christmas is a lie, and they'll come up against us, man. Want to fight, want to argue, want to fuss. The stronghold is right there, man. That's the stronghold that needs to be broken down, man. Go ahead, brother.
And break down their images.
Their images, that image of that white Christ needs to be broken down. I spoke with LeBron. Oh, Salaki, I didn't speak with LeBron, but I caught LeBron class. And I got called him for this. He made me think about something, man. LeBron, camp leader in Detroit? Is it Detroit?
Detroit.
And I catch him every now and then. I can't catch him all the time. I wish I could, but the brother is so powerful, man. Just raise your hand and tell me. I don't be understanding that. Go ahead.
Captain LeBon.
Captain LeBon, that's right. Captain LeBon. And Captain LeBon says something very fundamental, man, when I was listening to his class. And something that I didn't expect from him. But the man is so honest and so practical and so real. He said he still struggles today with Christ being white in his mind. Like, seriously, he'll hear the name Jesus and it'll pop in his mind as a white boy. And he immediately crushes it. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do. And if a man as powerful and as strong as LeBron still struggles with seeing that image in his mind, we in trouble. Because that's a powerful brother, man. We got to deal with that image. Number one, don't let nobody tell us color don't matter. Because it mattered, it hella mattered all the way up until we found out Christ was black. Then it don't matter no more. It don't matter what color he is. Oh, it matters. It matters because it changes the whole narrative of the Bible. It changes the whole way you have to think and read the Bible. Now you have to read it from the aspect and thinking of a black man. The same thing that LeBron has to train himself to do. And that's what he does. He says, every time it come in my mind, I got to crush it. That's what we got to do. LeBron had got the answer. That's the answer. To crush the stronghold. Crush their philosophies and their images. And that's personal to every brother because it's embedded in us. They caught us as a child and they pushed it upon us, man. Now it's embedded in our very thinking because we are visual people and they gave us the visual and it stuck and it burned into our minds. And a certain way of thinking and reality burned into our minds with that image. It allows effemination to be possible. Because the image of that white Christ is so effeminate, it allows any type of sexual deviant energy and reality to creep into your mind. But whenever you think of that Christ as a black, austere man who would never engage in any sexual deviancy, who was able to stand up to the devil and his temptations. Strong, austere, stout, unmovable. Then you say, well, goddamn, that makes a serious difference. When I see an effeminate, skinny, pretty white man, and I see a big, strong, ugly, stout, black man with red eyes who ain't gonna take nothing off of nobody, oh, there's a goddamn difference, brother. Trust me, there's a damn difference in the way I'ma act, and the way I'ma think, and the way I'ma deal with situations if I got the answer to that black man. If I got the answer to that white man, I'm gonna do any goddamn thing. He's going to forgive me. He's going to stroke me. That's a lot. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
and cut down their groves.
Cut down their groves, man. Cut down their groves. Their groves, they're growing. Interrupt the way Christianity grows and permeates in your community. Tell the damn truth. You at the barbecue when they talking about, oh, God loves everybody. Tell the truth. They don't do that around me no more. Oh, they go over there. They don't even do that. Oh, Mr. Scrooge over here don't talk about Christmas. You go here over there. Don't do that. If I'm there, don't nobody talk about the Lord knows my heart, because they know I'm gonna crack that Bible open. I'm not going to allow any wickedness to come into my presence, man. Go ahead.
And burn their graven images with fire.
Burn their graven images with fire. What that mean? What that mean? Go to the church and burn it down? Matho?
Salakia, sir, if I may. I believe, Salakia. I don't believe.
What's wrong
And
with
burning,
believing?
and burning their graven images would be destroying the images, or destroying what we perceive to be the truth. Burning their truth with the true word of God.
There can only be one truth.
It's only one truth. But burning their graven images, burning that lie with the truth of the word of God. Burning
What does that mean? Is that physical?
No, it's not. It's not physical. It's the images that we have. Just like you said, as soon as you say Jesus Christ, the first thing coming to our mind is that white Jesus, when we know that's not the truth. So the way you burn that truth out of your head is when you read what's in the Bible and you see that Christ was black, the angels was black, all those prophets were black. That's how you burn that image.
The fire?
The fire is truth. The fire is the word. The fire is those laws that
you just spoke about a precept. Burn the graven images with fire. John the Baptist did burn. The one that comes after me will baptize you with fire. That's the fire.
That's the truth.
The truth.
There you go.
That's right. That's all you guys say. The truth.
I got you.
The truth. That's what you burn it with, brother. The truth. You want to burn those graven images out of your mind? That altar, all of it, all of the lies. You burn it out with the truth. Remember the changing of the guard. John the Baptist changed over to Christ, the one that comes after me. I can't even tie his shoes. He gonna baptize you with that fire. That's the fire that you burn those graven images down with. All right. So don't go get a torch. You know, going to your Catholic church. I know they pedophiles. I know they raping children, raping your children, they children, everybody children. Just understand that this is talking about the truth. The truth is much more powerful than the physical. You know why? Because subsequent generations will learn this truth. The power of the truth is like an atomic bomb, brother. It can straighten out the whole goddamn world. The world is crooked and twisted because the oppressor used rape, robbery, murder, and lies. Well, we'll put it back straight with the truth. We'll use the truth and justice, honesty, integrity. These are things that we have not learned in this wicked world. These are things that actually could get you in some serious trouble. Having integrity can get you in trouble in this world. But check this out. We have to endure it nonetheless, brother. All right, was that 5?
It's a lot. I mean, con, sir.
That it on that?
Con.
All right. Let's go to Nehemiah 13 and 23. Go ahead to Nehemiah. I was going to get Solomon. Solomon dealt with a lot of different wicked women, but it just ain't about having intimate relationships with their women. That's very important. But it's about adultery altogether. Making any kind of union or contract or license with them, man. Going into their government, making marriages with them, making a covenant, standing up, saying that pledge of allegiance. What are you pledging yourself to? Beelzebub, the chief demon. That's what you pledging yourself to. To do all the evil. How did this society, country, and civilization come about? Rape, robbery, and murder. Rape, robbery, and murder. Stop playing. Prove to me that this society, this civilization, this country as it was incepted, was not based upon violence and blood. Give me, woe to he who builds a town with blood. Give me that. Find that for me. You can't have the foundation of your civilization being built on blood and slavery and suffering and murder, barbarism, genocide, and sedition and lies. The foundation is always going to reflect the building and the top and the roof of the goddamn structure, man. You can't change from an evil, wicked foundation to a solid, righteous building. That can't happen. If you got a weak foundation, you're going to have a weak building. You got a strong foundation, you're going to have a strong building. If you got a righteous foundation, you're going to have a righteous building. If you got an evil, wicked foundation, everything wicked, twisted, damaged, tainted, and destroyed. Just let me know when you got it.
Con, sir.
Just type in woe to he who builds a town with blood.
I got it.
All right, go ahead, brother.
Habakkuk 2, verse 12.
Habakkuk
2, verse 12.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood.
Woe unto him. That's destruction unto him. Every town on this continent was built in blood. Everyone. Detroit, Chicago, Baltimore, Seneca, New York, Black Wall Street. All of them were built on blood. Built on the suffering. Do you know it's counties in the United States that the entire economy of the city or county is based upon the arrest of young black men? Do you know that they don't even have speed tickets and red light tickets because they don't have to have it for white folks? Because their economy is based upon the arrest of young black people? You know how much money they get off of arresting us? Keeping us in prison? But let me explain something to you. Now, I'm from Baltimore City. One thing I never understood is why they built all the prisons in Hagerstown. Hagerstown is a beautiful, royal, white county. You understand me? Why would they want a penitentiary there of hardened black criminals? Why would they want that? I didn't understand it till I went there. Then I understood it. Every black resident from Baltimore, the federal government pays, the state pays a certain price for you to take care of your needs in that particular city. Everybody. So when your residence is no longer located in Baltimore, it's located in Hagerstown, they send that money there. So they vie to the state to get that extra money from you. All right? Oh, it goes deeper. So does the federal government. So the federal government pays you to be in prison. That's more money being generated just for you. Now, you have privatized companies that come in and manufacture the food that's grown in Hagerstown because it's a farm. You have farm animals there that's raised by the prisoners. You have kale and lettuce and tomatoes and different fresh products that's grown by the inmates that's there. Now check it. Their food only costs about 25 cents a day. That's paid for by the federal government. So you don't even have to pay for that. The housing is paid for by the state. You don't even have to pay for that. All of that money that's coming in for you, for your housing, for your care, all the money that you're generating from these privatized prisons, man, your manufacturing, all of it. You have to understand something. This is real big. The federal government employs prisoners to make not only the furniture that the government uses, but the uniforms. And black politicians are on board with this. They're on board. So now you have Hagerstown getting real cheap, low price vegetables in their supermarkets that they buy from the prison which they use slave labor for. So they're making a killing off of these fresh vegetables, and they can be very cheap in their neighborhoods. They don't need red light tickets because all of the money that's supposed to be going to Baltimore for the care of these people is going to Hagerstown. But yet these people are not a part of the community. They're not using utilities or anything else in the community. Snow don't have to be plowed for them. Streets don't have to be cleared for them. They're in the penitentiary. So you got good, low-cost, free meat and vegetables that's given to the citizens of Hagerstown. And in Hagerstown, family after family can work as correctional officers, making the best benefits and getting good pay. That's above the living expenses of Hagerstown. So you got white families, generation after generation, who have become COs and managers and supervisors, who have brutalized the hell out of black children coming in that prison and making all kinds of monies off of them. That's why they put those prisons in prosperous, white counties. All of the animals, the cows and the goats, all taken care of by prisoners. The prisoners even have release programs where they work in the stores and on private farms. We still in slavery. Come on, man. Get the rest of that.
Establisheth a city by iniquity.
They have established Hagerstown with iniquity. You know how many COs have been indicted in just Hagerstown for brutalizing black people generation after generation after generation? Look, they're all family. They're all redneck families and together out Hagerstown. They don't tell on each other, man. They put you in a cell and beat the pig crap out of you. It's nothing you can do, man. Because our own leaders don't protect us, man. Read that over again.
Habakkuk. Oh, you want to start at the top? Establish a city by iniquity.
Establish a city with sin. You understand? Hagerstown was established with sin, with making our people work for free, establishing a slavery system that you don't have to call slavery, that you can call privatized prisons. Working all day on a farm, milking cows, digging holes, digging trenches, picking goddamn turnips for a can of tuna fish, for a zebra cake, Lord Debbie. And you say it ain't slavery? While they have a trucking company that truck the goods from Hagerstown all over the damn country. The people in Hagerstown living so plush and so beautiful and so lovely off of black people, man. You should see the land. Just go out there and smell the fresh air and see the land. $1 million farms and land, man. They got airports out there, personal airports where they fly their little planes. Man, it's ridiculous. While we have no protection at all. Hold on. Give me a time check.
8:25.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut it short, Israel Salaki. I'm gonna have to cut it short. Damn, I hate to do that. I'm gonna have to cut it a little bit short. Let me see something real quick, though. I do not even see. All right, no sweat. Look, this is what I'm getting at, man. What we gotta do is separate from these other nations of people. Is destroy the lies that they have planted in our minds since we were babies. And we got to teach the next generation that they are the evil and the wicked on the earth. They established every city in the United States upon blood. That's just the truth. It's not a lie. It's not over embellishment. It's the goddamn truth. Look, I'm going to turn the class over to Precinct Officer Mathum Shakarian.
security announcement. We are the ISUPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General Yohana. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves in the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 months, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi 3, 8 to 10. It means tenth in Hebrew and it's pronounced ma'ashra. Tenth of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for the priest, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like to give. Up and coming holy convocation, the feast of dedication, which is Hanukkah, December the 20th, 2019. And then we have the Feast of Purim, which is March the 8th, 2020. And then we have the Great Passover, which is April the 9th through the 11th, 2020. And for the feast of dedication, Hanukkah, General Yohana will not be coming into Baltimore. Remind Akim and Aquafium to check all social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and material. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, slide. That's it. Slovakia.
Never saw it again.
Skip that.
I never saw. Let me see the.
Stop that other one.